What would you do if you had $1 billion?
$1 billion? I mean, I feel like I would struggle to stay humble. Is kind of my first honest...
You don't think you'd like buy some rundown house on a large piece of property in Texas and sit on the porch and scare off people with a shotgun that come to sell you stuff?
So really what this question is, if I had the money to live anywhere I wanted, would I choose the United States?
I mean, it doesn't have to be the United States.
Or you said Texas.
I did. I was referring to Secondhand Lions. It's a reference.
The what?
It was a movie about... Oh, you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen what?
Secondhand Lions?
Never even heard of it.
Oh, we're going to watch it. Been a while.
It has. It's been a month.
There was a spider web coming off my mic to the roof.
Is there?
There was.
Yeah.
That's what I was waving my hand around for.
And this is odd because we took a month off. And
it's the summer.
And what's weird about it is, like, this is going to feel odd because we didn't just take a month off of recording. I took a month off of uploading, and so there is there's an episode from you banked, and an episode from Pete banked that I just didn't upload. And one of them at least will certainly come out before this, so it will seem a little like, what do you mean it's been a month? You uploaded 4 days ago, type of thing. But yes, it's actually the longest. I was saying earlier, it's the longest in the last 6 years that I've gone without recording an episode of this podcast. It's weird. Mm-hmm. And like it's also weird how like easy it is to get into routines, right? Like I had a thought a week ago. It was a fleeting thought. This was not like a real contemplation kind of thought, but I had a moment where I was like, I don't know, dude, do we keep doing this? But ultimately, being back here, you haven't come over, we watched a movie, now we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Feels good. Feels good.
Yeah.
So initial impressions of
Just
the movie you maybe watched?
Sure, yeah, okay. Yeah, so we watched Secondhand Lions, which shockingly I was a little surprised you hadn't seen. You know, Michael Caine, Robert Duvall, Haley
never
Joel
even
Osment,
heard of. Had never even heard
Kyra
of.
Sedgwick, which that would be the top 4 names.
Oh yeah, Sedgwick.
Yeah. She's been in a few things, a lot of TV, but the first 3, like a young Haley Joel Osment when he was like in his real heyday.
Yeah, legitimately had never even heard of this movie. Like wasn't, oh yes, and I really need to get around to watching it. Wasn't, and I have no interest in it. Just never even on my radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild. Feels like my initial impression. This film is great. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Feels a little Oscar baity at times, but not. But it quickly jumps away from that kind of real serious Oscar baity film feel. Like there's a few moments, and then it quickly kind of jumps into a comedic moment, which kind of draws it up. I don't think that's a negative thing.
2003. I would have guessed this was the
older.
90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2003. Okay.
Yeah. So, when was the first? When was Dark Knight? Not Dark Knight.
Batman Begins?
Yeah.
2005.
So
2 years later, he's Alfred.
Yeah.
He's back to being British.
Yeah. drops the accent for this.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, this film is gold.
That's your initial impression.
Bags and bags of gold from a
film is
chic
gold.
dude. Yeah.
Okay. Is that I can't tell. Is that
that's it?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What's your initial impression? We're probably gonna have a few slips in the rhythm.
Yeah, how's this work? What's No, I think this movie's fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I have one or two possible criticisms. But then I kind of like one for sure that just felt like a lazy moment in filmmaking. But then others that I thought, like, while watching it, I thought, oh, well, these are going to be criticisms. And then they either, like, I got over it, or they did something in the film that kind of, like, turned it around or fixed it or whatever. I don't think the movie's without its faults. But it's still good. It's still great. It's still a great film. And I'm a sucker for some Robert Duvall.
Who everybody is.
Who is? Everyone.
Who isn't?
You like asked a weird question, then answered it.
Yeah, well, you know.
So this is yours. So take the reins.
Yeah. Okay. So, oh man. Yeah. How's this work again?
Next week we'll be back to.
I don't know. I like.
All cylinders.
Will we? Man, the lives of the two old guys portrayed in this, like that question I posed to you at the beginning, like if you owned $1 billion, what would you do? Part of me is like, that's how I want to live. I just want a slice of heaven.
And they're just
not living in excess, just living comfortable. I have the things I want, the people I like. Everyone else can just F off.
Yeah.
Like legitimately.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few things in their lifestyle where I kind of look at it and I go, this could be a little more comfortable.
A little more.
Be a little more.
They live pretty rough.
Yeah.
I would say like kind of before where they're at the end of the film, before the time jump to when they die. I would say that's a better spot than where they are at the beginning. Because they start actually kind of spending some of that money. They've redone
the gravel. The house has been painted.
Yeah. They kind of
yacht.
Yeah, before they buy the yacht.
Yeah.
Wherever they were at before they bought the yacht, I think is they got a little crazy there.
Well, and it wasn't like they said, like, I think that's a fun gag because it kind of it's the follow through to how they warmed up to drive-by salesmen.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and just kind of like living. Like they've got this money, might as well spend it.
Live. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I mentioned the Oscar Beatty thing. Did you look it up?
I did. I didn't see any accolades. At least on the Wikipedia. That doesn't mean there isn't any.
The AI says a Golden Trailer Award nomination for Best Animation Family and a Phoenix Film
Animation
Critic.
Family?
Well, it's a weird award. Golden Trailer Award.
Yeah, but
Phoenix Family Critic Society Award.
So they were nominated for an award that nobody's ever heard of and doesn't actually really align with the film.
Michael Caine was nominated for a movie for Grown Ups Award for Best Breakaway Performance.
Okay.
The movie won a Grown Ups Award for Best Integration. I can't even finish.
What are you saying?
A Grown Ups Award. Oh, man. We should have our own awards ceremony.
Okay.
Like, screw the Golden Globes and the
But you hate
Oscars.
award ceremonies.
Yeah, but they'd be ours. It'd be like the what's the one where it's like they give awards for the crap stuff?
The Razzies.
The Razzies.
Yeah.
There's a few other ones I think too, but yeah.
There is there's an interesting goof here.
Man.
Where did it go?
Haley Joel Osment won a Young Artist Award.
Yeah, well. Where is?
What are you looking at or looking up?
Trying
to find.
Is
it porn?
No, so there's 3 interesting movie goofs.
Oh.
In the making of this film.
Oh, like outtakes.
No, screw ups.
That were left in?
Well, let me read them and then it'll kind of make sense. When Walter is running away down the lane, there is a pan shot of the field across from the house that shows large round bales of hay. The large round baler wasn't invented until the mid-1970s.
Oh, okay.
During the long shots around the uncle's house, there are modern-day water towers on the horizon. And while Hub is fighting the teens in the diner, there is a Coke machine in the background with a modern logo on it, and its signature wave, which dates to 1969, should be all red with white Coca-Cola lettering. Also visible is a pinball machine, Odds and Evens, which dates 1973.
So,
Yeah,
set designer screwed up.
Hate this movie.
Set designer, you get fired.
Yeah.
That's why it didn't win an Oscar.
Let's talk about Haley Joel Osment. Because
Sure.
Haley Joel Osment falls into sort of the same category as Mara Wilson and Macaulay Culkin. A little less so in the sense that Haley Joel Osment has now returned to acting, is acting. Whereas Macaulay Culkin, kind of, sort of, tiny, a little bit here and there. I don't think Mara Wilson is in anything anymore. This is a weird age for Haley Joel. So Haley Joel Osment now really got dealt a short, shitty hand in that he's obviously now a full-grown adult.
Yeah. Packed on some weight.
He's a heavier set full-grown adult. Not only did his face not ever change from the cute little kid face that he had, it also didn't grow.
It's rounder.
Yeah, but it just seems like his eyes are the same distance now that he's in his 40s that they were when he was 8.
Okay, I think I know what you're saying.
Right? Like he's just got this small 1990s Haley Joel Osment face.
He's also short.
He is short.
He didn't grow taller.
No.
He's probably at his max height.
But that seemed to be Macaulay Culkin's
maybe
kind of a
10
weird
inches on top of what he is in this film.
Macaulay Culkin's kind of a weird looking dude now, and
he's tall and scrawny.
Mara Wilson is also a little she's still got that Mara Wilson face, but on an adult woman, right? So I don't know if that's just a thing with cute, adorable kid actors. It's okay, well, clock's ticking because you're going to be an odd looking adult. This is a weird sort of age, and sort of maybe like in my mind the last acceptable Haley Joel Osment as a child actor age. Because his voice is like, this is like
It's a little squeaky.
This is mid puberty.
Yeah.
Haley Joel Osment. So his voice is cracking. It's definitely dropped a bit. But he's still.
It's almost like he is perfect
kid.
for this role. Because he's got like this role, you need pretty much exactly what you asked for.
Yeah.
And then that kind of a good actor at that age to kind of crack the nervous, skittish kid that will grow in confidence.
So I'm going to give a little bit of a hot take here. I don't think he's bad in this. I don't think he's exceptional in this. And it was something that I was curious, because I haven't watched any of his modern stuff, like as an adult.
Right.
And so I was really curious going into this, knowing that he was a little bit older than he is, you know, for instance, in movies like AI and Signs. And is he in Signs? No, Sixth Sense?
Sixth Sense.
Or both. Maybe he's in both.
Yes.
He's definitely in Sixth Sense.
Yeah, I think he's in Signs.
But whatever, like little kid, Haley Joel Osment. And that's kind of one of those, like, was Macaulay Culkin a good actor? A good child actor? Was Mara Wilson a good child actor?
Right.
Or were they just so adorable that they could just kind of deliver lines and it was cute and we bought it and we loved it and because this past Christmas when we watched Home Alone, I was watching and I'm like, is this still Home Alone? This is still incredible. Like I'm loving this. This is iconic. This is classic. But I'm watching it and I'm like, but I don't buy him as being a kid his age, right? Like it's just kind of like awkward line delivery. But you're like, whatever. It's Macaulay Culkin and it's Home Alone, so you just kind of
but
overlook it.
I think I hear what you're saying. But I think there's a, like, the devil advocate counterpoint, I think, is they're also child actors. They don't have the age, wisdom, experience to deliver the lines or the scenes any better than they.
Yeah,
like,
but every so often you see a kid in a film and you go, holy crap, like this kid's going places if they decide to stick this out. So anyways, while watching this, I was very curious. I'm like, he's in this film. He's at an age now where you can't just get away with cute, adorable, awkward line delivery. You kind of have to have and display some chops as an actor.
Right.
And I think he did, but again, did not blow me away. I was not like, this is great.
So you're saying he sold it for you, but he didn't nail it.
But yeah, but it wasn't like, wow, he truly is an incredible actor.
I would say that's fair. Yeah.
Right? Like just you got this you got these roles as a kid because for two reasons. A, you were cute, and B, your parents wanted to capitalize on that.
Yeah.
That's why you had a career as a kid. Now you're getting roles simply because of your name, because you're Haley Joel Osment. But can you hold your own up against Michael Caine and Robert Duvall? Mm-hmm. I don't think he does. I think he's fine.
I think that's a tall order to begin with.
He's serviceable in the role. Yeah. I don't think it was.
I think the fact that he's surrounded by experienced, talented, amazing actors elevates his performance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really weird seeing Michael Caine do anything other than British accent. Yeah. Really weird. But he does it well.
Yeah.
Like, at no point does the British kind of creep through.
I think there's a few points where the accent feels a little weak.
Oh, okay. Or like forced.
Yeah. But I kind of the same with the Haley Joel Osment thing. Like, it's passable. It works.
Right.
It never draws you out of the scene.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay. So what do you want? You want to know what I liked or what I didn't like?
Yeah, let's go with let's end on a high note. What'd you not like? Break it down.
So the moment that I thought was just kind of sloppy and lazy, and it was like, this doesn't make. Well, hang on, let me Google this real quick because I don't want to. What year was? Because this could be one of those really odd. No. Okay, it was around. He just started. So you have this moment where, like, it's his first night at the house. He's going to bed. He's unpacking his suitcase. He's got to discover the chest. He's got to find the key. He's got to, whatever. And so you kind of have to give him, like, the actor needs business, right? He needs busy work. He needs something to be doing in the scene so that he's not just standing there. Taking a toothbrush out of the suitcase, not putting any toothpaste on it, and proceeding to brush your teeth, standing there beside your bed, just kind of felt like you could have structured this scene a little different. You could have either had him do something different, or could have had him go to the bathroom and brush his teeth.
It depends on depends on how you would interpret the scene. The interpretation being, who do you think packed the suitcase?
His mom.
Right. So I think that's hilarious.
That he doesn't have toothpaste?
His mom didn't pack him toothpaste. He obviously packed him a toothbrush that is used and disgusting and probably wasn't his.
It seemed like it had a bug in it or something. But okay, but then show us that, right? Show us, like, take 3 seconds and show us him looking for, because that could be a great moment of, like, one more shortcoming of the mom if we see him look for toothpaste and realize he doesn't have, like, she didn't give him any.
Yeah, okay.
Right? As opposed to the way he does it is just very, like, this is standard operating procedures.
Maybe it was.
In which case...
Thanks, Mom. Nailed another one.
So that was one. There's two that I'm kind of on the fence about. One less so. I'll start with the one I'm less so on the fence about. I don't know if I like the foreshadowing of the plane crash.
At the very beginning?
Yeah. I don't know that, like, a quarter of the way through the film, I've pieced it all. Or the second the plane shows up and he's buying... Right? That I'm able to piece it all together well in advance. And that I know, oh, okay, this movie ends with these two dying. I don't mind the way it ends, but I just don't know if I need... I'm okay with that plane, with the plane going under the bridge and the police radar and all that. I just...
The phone call to the
audio,
adult kid.
The audio of the sorry about your uncles.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think that adds... I don't think having it there benefits the film in any way. I don't think it's like, oh, it's a good thing it's there because what great storytelling. I think it just kind of took away some of the punch from the, from the end of the film.
It's not foreshadowing because they're literally telling you, this is happening. It's instead of foreshadowing, it's foretelling.
You can be a little. It's been a while. You can be a little closer to your microphone.
It's So they're telling you what happens. Like, foreshadowing is subtle.
Or whatever. So foreshadowing is the wrong word, but you know what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm using. You never said foreshadow. I'm saying it's not. It's like foreshadowing, but they're telling you. It's foretelling. This is what's going to happen. Yeah. Where foreshadowing is like, you see the guy forget to take their gun, and then the police officer forgets their gun at home, and then they pull a guy over, and then they get shot in the line of duty. So that's foreshadowing.
Ooh, I can see where this is going, as opposed to you've already told me where this is going. Yeah. Because I guess, like, the meat of the film, the whole time that he's a kid. Like, the film is technically told through flashback. Like, the whole film is a flashback because it starts out modern day and it ends modern day.
Yeah.
So it is a flashback, but then
it's
it doesn't
flashback with flashbacks.
Yeah, and it feels kind of weird just because, like, the initial setup of the film is literally 2.5 minutes, if that. And so then it just doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. So to me, that was just like it's not movie breaking,
No.
but
It's just odd.
yeah.
It's different. I don't mind it. I think it serves its purpose well enough.
One that I'm not on the fence about at all. The one that I'm like, this is a criticism. There is not enough development of the relationship between Walt and the lion. Because the lion's death, which should be an impactful moment, a sort of an emotional thing, you're like, I don't know. The only interaction we've really seen this kid have with it up until this point is prying the boards off so that the lion can see out a little bit better. And then one quick scene of him like scratching the lion's head in the field, like when it first gets out into the cornfield.
Right.
I think this it could have been easily done. I don't think, I think literally an extra 60 seconds total of screen time. Maybe in 3 different segments of just like going out and feeding it or like doing whatever, caring for this animal so that when the loss of the animal happens, because that was the other thing too, is like it also makes the fact that the lion goes after whatever the guy's name is, the detective guy, feel a little less. You haven't earned the bond between Walt and the lion, right?
Sure.
Why is the lion feeling so protective over this boy? As far as we've seen, they've barely interacted.
Yeah.
Right. And so just a little something extra there to help develop that.
There's a lot of time that passes in there. So I guess the movie is expecting you to make the assumption that bond is happening.
Yeah.
But
again, an extra, a 15-second shot here and there.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Like the kind of the film rule of thumb is show don't tell, because telling me is like you got to let the audience do a little work, but not showing
or telling
at all is not helpful at all.
Don't ask me to make leaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't think it's a leap, but it's not helpful either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
it's a safe assumption. Like when the lion comes out, pokes its head out of the corn when he's in trouble, and you realize what's going to happen, you're like, oh, they've really gotten close.
Yeah.
But it's still, you're making safe assumptions.
Yeah.
But still you're making assumptions.
The one that I'm on the fence about, because I do like ultimately the moment that comes out of, like, they make a decision in this film that I almost wish they didn't make, yet I still like the outcome from them having I don't dislike it. I'm just like, I wonder if I would have liked it better the other way, which is the guy showing up at the helicopter at the end, which gives us the confirmation that the Africa stories were true.
Right.
So the reason I do like it is because you get this sweet moment of, while Walt was growing up listening to his uncles tell stories about Africa and the sheik and the princess and the whatever, this other boy was growing up hearing his grandfather tell stories about this boy's uncles, right? And so that's kind of a fun thing. But a lot can be said for also the alternative route, which would have been leaving that up to us, right? Leaving that up to, were they bank robbers? Or were they, and because even if they were bank robbers, right? I think had they been bank robbers, it would add some weight to Hub's speech, and you could have put something in the speech about, like, you know, how you can believe something even if it's not true. It doesn't mean it's not worth believing. And so I think had they been bank robbers who had these wonderful stories about Africa, and then the moral or what they were saying to Walt was like, look, even if these Africa stories aren't true, that doesn't mean you can't believe them. And it doesn't mean that they're not worth believing.
I think that misses the point of the story, though. And the point of the story is the last kind of words uttered in the film is that these men really lived. And that being
bank robbers in the 30s would have been really living.
No, it wouldn't have. Always on the run, hiding out, compared to adventures in Africa.
It still would have been. They would have lived a full life. But, and I mean, I don't think that's the point of the film. I think
definitely the point of the film.
I think the point of the film is this young boy softening the heart of two hermits.
Who used to really live and are now living a sheltered, closed-off life from everything.
And then start living again because of him. Yeah, no, for sure. But
yeah, he's the catalyst to them really living again.
Anyways, there's a part of me that you know, because again, like either way, I wasn't looking for confirmation of the fact that they were bank robbers. I'm not saying I wish they had been. I'm just saying I think it would have been fun if the movie ends and all of a sudden that's up for debate. Right? How much of that story was true? Was it all true? Was none of it true? Does it matter if it was true? Right? Like there's lots of other films. Don't wreck the headphones. There's lots of other films that do that, right? That kind of have that trope of like the movie ends and you go, was it real? Was it? You know, I'm trying to think of one.
Batman at the end of the Dark Knight trilogy.
Ooh, how so?
Alfred's out in Paris, and he thinks you see a flash of Bruce Wayne, but then he's gone.
Oh, I mean, but that was definitely.
Was it?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Either that or Alfred's schizophrenic now. Right? Like, that's not. There's one where it's like, was the whole thing a dream, or did it really happen? And I can't remember what it is right now, but it's like a very fantastical, right? Or kind of like Alice in Wonderland, or Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz is a great example.
Sure. Okay.
Did that all actually happen,
or
did she hit her head in the tornado, and it was all just some crazy fever dream?
Right.
Right. I like that kind of ending. Like I said, I don't dislike this ending, and that's why this is one that I'm really on the fence about.
Yeah. For me, I think it's an important plot point.
Right.
It's the capstone to the whole thing, because the whole lens of this film is through the kid's eyes.
Sure. Well, maybe there was a less tacky way of doing it than a guy showing up in a suit in a helicopter. Like that just feels.
I don't know. I like it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's I think it's kind of poetic, right? With the idea of, I don't think the Sheik is just telling stories about these crazy Americans. The crazy Americans are part of his story, but I'm sure that Sheik's got his own crazy wild adventures he was telling his kids about his own life.
I think the uncles were enough of a center focus of these stories that the grandson had to fly out to see this, right? Like,
Yeah.
right.
Well,
He wasn't.
no, yeah.
They weren't just side characters.
Well, no, in the Sheik story, they weren't. But they weren't the main characters either. I don't think.
He said, "My grandfather always talked about how these were the only two men that ever bested him."
Yeah, but he's still the main character of his own stories. I think that's the way. That's my head narrative.
Maybe
right. Like they're the Vader's not the main character, but he's still a big part of the story.
Well, I mean,
okay, that's a bad example.
That's a bad example because it really is the story of Anakin Skywalker, the rise and fall.
Let's say Obi-Wan then. Obi-Wan is still a big part of the story, but he's not the main character. He's a major. This is a kind of a what?
What are we talking about?
You know
right
what?
now?
This is an interesting kind of conversation.
Okay.
At what point does a character in a show stop being, or a movie, stop being a main character or the lead and start being a supporting cast, even though it's an important supporting role? And I say this because of a show my wife and I have started watching.
Okay.
Where throughout the show, I'm just going to break it because I don't think I've told you I've watched it. We started watching Rookie.
Okay.
Right? Are you familiar with the show? So it's got Nathan Fillion as the lead.
Meh.
And he's a 50-year-old, 40-year-old guy who has a midlife crisis and decides to become a police officer. So he's like this older, he's a rookie who's getting trained by people who are younger than him. And he's
right.
Yeah. Anyway, but so would be technically like the main character, but there are these other two rookies that went through the academy with him, who was really tight with him, and they get just as much screen time.
Right.
And they're pretty much like main characters. And then they each have a training officer who, because they're the training officer, they're right there beside him the whole time. They're pretty much getting the same amount of screen time. So my wife and I were having this conversation last night. Like, is Nathan Fillion the main character and everyone else is supporting? Is it the three rookies who are the main and everyone else is supporting? Or are the six of them together, the rookies and the training officers, all the leads as a group, and everyone else is? So
it just sounds
like a bit
like
of a rabbit hole
weirdly
conversation
show.
It's really good. We're really enjoying it.
It sounds confusing.
But it's an interesting, like, who's the main character?
Yeah. I mean, I can't answer that because I haven't seen it.
Who's on first?
So anyway, I think those are all my grievances. Right. I think those are all my real issues.
Right. It's nothing major.
No. No.
What did you like? What were the standout moments?
I mean, a ton. I think there's.
I think that first salesman scene is awesome.
Yeah, that's really good.
Pulls the shotgun out of the trunk. He'd been practicing that moment.
There's a lot of fun scenes. There's that scene. Obviously, there's the diner fight.
Yeah,
is a fun scene.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the real standout for me is, wow. So kind of piggybacking off of what you were just talking about with like who is the main character. I think this film has two main characters. Just two.
Just two?
Just two.
The old uncles or one of the uncles and the kid?
Haley Joel Osment and Robert Duvall.
Yeah.
Michael Caine is a support. He's a big supporting character.
Yeah.
But he is a supporting character in this film.
Like, he could easily be taken for a third main character. Like, there's three main characters, everyone else. But
looking back on it, I think he's a supporting character.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
Yeah.
I would agree with you that he's a supporting character. He's there to drive Robert Duvall's character forward.
Because from the get, he is the less hardened of the two. Like
Yeah.
it's far less impactful for him to warm up to Walter than it is for Hub to
His character goes
fall
through
in
less
love
of
with
an
this
arc
kid.
in terms of character growth.
For sure.
And every time he's on scene, he's either sharing the scene with Robert Duvall or he's pushing Robert Duvall's character arc forward
By telling his story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Robert Duvall's character is the one that is less willing to have Walter there in the beginning. And he's also the one that is far more heartbroken when Walter's in the car with his mom driving away. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, obviously, the film is about Walter and Hub's relationship and how, I don't know that, yes, Michael Caine's character does change in the sense that he's also no longer shooting at salesmen. But far less, right? Michael Caine's character is going through less of a crisis.
He's trying to keep Hub going.
Yeah, he needs less healing.
We're wearing these because this is what retired people wear.
Yeah, we're gardeners.
We're gardening because this is what retired people do.
You'll feel better in a day or two, right? Like,
I hear it.
Sorry, we had like some weird feedback happening. So I mean, I would say that's the thing I like the most. My biggest praise of this film is the chemistry and the way the relationship unfolds between Hub and Walter.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is a good thing because I feel like that's supposed that was the point and it worked.
Yeah. And Caine's injection into that mixture just takes that to the next level.
Yeah. I don't think the film...
telling the story up to a point, and then he's just like, I'm not telling you anymore. You got to ask him. And he's just like, I got to ask him.
It's really well written because I don't think the film works the same or near as good if Michael Caine's character's not in it.
Oh, it doesn't work at all.
Well, no, you could still do a story about a hardened uncle and the nephew that comes and softens them and whatever. There's a film called On Golden Pond, which is basically that premise.
Yeah.
So you can do it. But
the uncle's got to be not as hardened as Hub was at the beginning.
Yes.
Like Hub was just going to be like, let him go. Like when they're at the gas station in the middle of the night, Hub's like, let's go home. He wants to leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he's just gonna leave him there. The film without Michael Caine, the film ends at that point.
I didn't interpret it as that. Like when they're sitting at the gas station and Hub says like, well, what's there to talk about? It sounds like he's got it all figured out. Blah. I think I took that as the start of Hub softening. I took that as as tough love. I took that as Hub's not going to let this kid. He's not going to leave this kid at this gas station. He knows he's not, which is why he's like, "Oh yeah, kid needs a good map." That's
I agree with it. I'm being tough on him. I agree with you.
Yeah. So lots that I liked.
For this film, it doesn't work without Caine.
It's got a real. I'm surprised. I was very surprised to see 2003. It has a real '90s feel to it.
It does. Yeah.
Just in a good way.
It's kind of got the same kind of vibes of Stand By Me. A little bit.
Kind of. Yeah.
That kind
I think
of
this
90s
is a
vibe.
far superior film.
Oh, yeah.
To Stand By Me.
Stand By Me was great, though.
What did I give Stand By Me? I don't think I scored it super well.
I think you did.
I had a lot of issues.
There's never any
with that
story
film.
that you...
I gave it a 7.3. Yeah, it was okay. It was... That's pretty good. That's better than good.
Yeah.
It was a great movie, but I had some issues with it. I think that's, unless you have other questions for me, that's my meat and potatoes.
I don't have any questions for you. I love the way this story flows. The beginning part that you have an issue with doesn't bother me at all. I think it foretells what's going to happen, but the story is told so well that I quickly forget about the airplane until the airplane shows up, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Right. Yeah. I would watch this movie again with Brienne this week. I would show this movie to her.
And
the one thing, just as I type it into our score sheet here, I get the title of the film. I think it's a little weak.
Well, I mean, they never say that phrase in
because obviously because it's multiple lions, secondhand lions, and so obviously that's referring to the two uncles.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I think,
but it's like, why lions? Only just because there's a lion in the film? Because they spent time in Africa? Like,
yeah, I think the idea is that the way I've always interpreted the title is that, and I think this adds credence to your point about the kid and the lion having more scenes together, is that the lion, as short, as little screen time as it has kind of a similar arc to these men.
Kind of, yeah.
Used to be a big, strong, proud lion.
Well, yes.
Something happened. It's now this... And I'm not even gonna get up out of this box. Just shoot me. I'm dead.
And
anyway,
they very clearly
becomes at its last moments. It's living its best life.
They very clearly attempt to draw that connection.
It's a parallel.
When Hub says right after the lion dies, Hub says she died with her boots on, and that's the same thing that the cop says, right? So it's meant to be that.
There's a parallel there. Yeah,
but I just think in terms of naming the whole film that the connection just wasn't quite strong enough.
Yeah,
for it to be like
which is why I'm saying it probably adds. I think it's a clever name for the film, and the having that parallel in the film.
I think it's clever.
Works, but
I think having watched the film, I think it's a good title. I think it's a clever title. I think it could have been a great title.
Oh, you saw another title in there?
No. I'm saying Secondhand Lions could have been a great
if they added
title,
those scenes.
But I don't think it quite reached that point. I don't think it's an amazing title. I don't think it's like, oh God, what a great title. It's clever. It's good. I don't think it's an amazing title.
I feel like I'm putting thoughts into your words here. Like, is what I'm saying what would have made it better if they, or what you had said about the lion?
If they'd drawn a little better of a connection between that parallel. If they'd made that parallel not clearer, because I think it is a clear parallel, but if they had put more stock in that parallel, if they had developed that parallel, or like not hit me over the head with it, but like made more of an effort in drawing that parallel, as opposed to literally just the,
handful of scenes we got
died with its boots on, and you're like, okay, yeah, I see, the same thing, yeah.
I think it's more than just that one phrase though that draws that parallel.
Yes,
like the lion acting more like when they're talking about the lion walking through the corn and. Oh, it's probably feels like it's in the jungle again, and like
but
all that kind of.
Where is that parallel for these two are dying on a ranch in Texas? Right, they're not back in they're not where they're meant to be.
No, but when they were in Africa, they were living their best life.
Yes.
When we meet them on the farm for the first time, they're not.
They're having fun though.
They're not.
I mean, they're having fun shooting.
They're getting their
kicks.
They are getting a little bit of joy out of scaring some people.
Yeah.
They're not living their best life.
Even though you literally started this episode by saying, I would do the exact same thing. That's what I would do.
I said, yeah, but
I'd shoot the Avon lady.
We kept going with that conversation, and I said somewhere between before buying the yacht and the end of this film.
Tupperware, drop dead, sucker.
Yeah, I don't need Tupperware. Get off my lawn. I'm gonna shoot at you.
Now Pyrex, that's a different. Come on in, let's chat. Okay, so honest.
Well, hey, so
okay,
I think the parallel is a little stronger than what you're giving it credit for. Is all I'm saying. On
a scale of 0 to 10, what would you give this film?
Oh yeah, I have to rate it first. Yeah. That's how we do this.
Yes.
I'm drifting between two numbers.
Go with the lower one.
Why would I go with the lower one? That would help you win.
Yeah. By the way, it's worth saying, between when we last recorded and now, Carl paid up.
Yeah, we had a steak dinner.
It was a very big steak.
T-bone. Bone in T-bone.
The cut of meat, the steak that he provided, I would say was a 9.8 out of 10. I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10 for the steak because, I can always imagine something crazier.
Sure.
Right? Like, if it was a
Wagyu.
A Wagyu. Yeah, it wasn't Wagyu.
T-bone. T-bone.
Cooking of the steak, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It was a little, and even you admitted it was not. It got a little charred.
It got a little more charred than caramelized. What is the fancy term?
The seared.
No, the
nice crust. A Maillard.
Maillard.
Yeah,
a little more seared or a little more charred than Maillard.
Which was not Carl's fault. They were but
it was
they were well marbled steaks, which means there was a lot of fat on them, which is good.
But I know my barbecue enough that I know I should have left the lid up.
But it also, there was a lot of flare ups. You were fighting a forest fire there. Yeah,
it was very flamey.
Anyways, scale of 0 to 10.
My barbecue's not quite big enough to have like a colder section going and with these. So we should 5 big steaks on it. The grill was full.
I mean, we should decide right now. Are we doing steak? Do we want to do like
steaks
ribs
again? I think ribs.
Ribs are nice.
Ribs are nice.
I make mean ribs. I make ribs with a homemade Dr. Pepper sauce.
I think we leave it up to the loser's discretion. Some sort of like man
loser's discretion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the winner doesn't get to make a demand.
I don't know. Does the winner get a demand?
I don't know. Do you want to buy Wagyu?
No.
Do you want to feed me $100 steak?
I wouldn't buy you Wagyu this time if you said to Wagyu.
All right. Anyways, we'll
figure it out when we get there.
What do you give this?
Going into it, I would say a 9. After this, I'm leaning more 8.5. So I'll do something that I normally don't ever do, and I'll go like 8.7. Yeah.
Wow, you've never done that. That's big.
It's still like, even with your criticisms, that a lot of them I kind of like, okay, yeah, I can see that, I agree with. They don't hurt it enough to give it a full even 0.5 doc to me.
No,
because every time I watch this film, I enjoy it so much.
So that took your score from a 6.7 to a 6.9.
Here we go, up and over.
My score is still resting at a 7.7 overall.
Right.
So I'm still my average is a little bit higher than yours.
Sure. I kind of threw a bomb at myself there, unexpected. I didn't even think it was going to bomb, man.
Which was Never Ending Story.
Never Ending Story. That man, that did not hold up.
It was not good.
My mind remembered that way better than it was.
And that was the second, second film into this new bracket. You're like, eh.
The last, we'll call it a season. The last season, I intentionally threw garbage at you, knowing it was going to tank.
Yeah.
I did not expect that from Never Ending Story. I thought it would be bare minimum a 6.5. To a 7.
And still, with the garbage you threw at me, our scores were not that last. You had a 6.5. I had a 7.2. It was not a landslide.
Oh, we're coming up to October, and I know what that means. So you're probably going to get some tanked scores.
I don't know, unless I show you some really great stuff.
Sure. What did you think? Secondhand Lions.
I'm giving it a 9.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I need to give mine a 9.
Which brings your score up to a 7.3.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Man.
You gained 0.6.
I can't believe I gave it a weaker score than you did.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's really, really... I will definitely watch this film again.
Yeah.
Definitely. Little sad. See, it's interesting because it really is prime for falling in that category of wonderful, nostalgic childhood film. Mm-hmm. And then seeing it for the first time as someone in my early 30s and going, I
missed the boat.
I just missed the boat on it.
This is great. Why didn't I see it as a kid?
No. The opposite. Of
you're
like
glad
seeing
you didn't see
it as an adult and going, you know what? Maybe if I had grown up with it, but the nostalgic factor's just not there, and so it just doesn't. I don't know. It's just not for me. This subverts that, overcomes that, and is phenomenal. Little sad I didn't grow up with it. I mean, by the time it came out, I would have been 12.
2003, I would have been out of high school, young adult.
Yeah. You're so old.
Dang, man.
So old.
Yeah, well.
What'd you watch this month?
So much. I stopped writing it down.
Oh, no.
So I remember most of it.
Okay.
I'll read what I have
I didn't
here.
write any of mine down.
My wife and I, we started watching a show. It was like I can't remember if it's a romantic comedy or just a romantic.
Well, let's start with what you and I watched. We watched.
Oh, we watched the film. Yeah, we watched Novocaine together.
Just as a, you know what? Let's just not record tonight.
Let's
watch a
I
film.
enjoyed that.
Yeah,
that was good to just enjoy a film and no pressure after.
Yeah,
to think about what you'd score it.
Just a good film.
Yeah,
hookers and blow.
Yeah, it was a good film.
Just like the old days.
Yeah.
Neither Carl or I have ever paid for
either
or gotten for free. We've never interacted with a hooker, and I can speak for myself and say I've never done blow.
I don't even know if I've ever talked to a hooker.
That's what I'm saying. Oh. We've never interacted with one. I've
never even seen blow.
I mean, here's the thing.
I've seen it on TV, but that's not even real blow.
I guess I can't say that I don't know that I haven't talked to a hooker.
On a table.
If I did talk to a hooker, it was not made known to me that that's what this person did for a living, and I certainly did not take advantage of their services.
Unless the hooker was also the waitress that was serving me at some bar or something.
That's the only person you've ever interacted with?
Well, I mean...
Someone standing in front of you in line at a grocery store? Oh, ma'am, you dropped this. You're a hooker, aren't you? Right? Like, these things happen.
I mean, I don't even know if I consider that like an interaction.
Oh, sure it is. You dropped your chiclets.
Like a 5-second thing?
Yeah.
Like you dropped your chiclets, that's it?
Yeah. And
that barely qualifies.
No, because the natural progression of this conversation would be, ma'am, you dropped your chiclets. And she would say, oh my goodness, thank you so much. And then you would say, where the hell did you find chiclets? And then she would say, oh, I found them at and then she would turn around and she would go, my, what a rugged beard you have. I have an opening this afternoon. And you would say, I don't know what are you a hairdresser?
What grocery store is you shopping at? These are the conversations you have in the checkout line?
If someone dropped chiclets, I would comment on where the hell did you find chiclets? It's 2025.
I might ask that question if it was pretzel M&Ms.
I feel like that's far less obscure than chiclets.
You try and find a bag of pretzel M&Ms.
Well, because they're like limited time things, but chiclets is like literally.
I don't think they were a limited time.
Yeah, they
thing.
were.
Were they?
But yeah,
they should have been a full time thing. Those were freaking phenomenal.
Chiclets is literally a defunct product. Someone dropping chiclets in the grocery store, fine. I'll change it to a different product. It'd be like you going, "Where the hell did you find an Ecto Cooler?" Right? That would be it. That's a thing. If a hooker drops an ecto cooler in line at the grocery store and you point out that she's dropped, yes, right? You would then follow it up by like, good Lord, they sell Weebles again?
You're not actually going to drink that, are you?
Pretty sure everyone that used to drink these have cancer now.
You're not going to chew that gum, are you? You might chip a tooth.
You might chip it. Chiclets were great, man. For the 10 seconds they had flavor, chiclets were great. What'd you watch?
Okay, so we watched, but didn't finish because it was horrible. I started watching a movie called No Hard Feelings. I don't even remember who
It's terrible.
Yeah, we did not. We got about 15 minutes and we're just like,
oh, she didn't even reach the skinny dipping scene.
No, we were
the skinny dipping scene.
We were done and we moved on.
The skinny dipping scene is pretty funny.
Is it?
It's funny. But yeah, I mean, it's No Hard Feelings.
I feel like I did. Did I say I watched Mission Impossible the last time we recorded?
Yeah, and you hated it and it was terrible.
Oh yeah, okay. This list is old.
No Hard Feelings.
I don't think I said this one though.
No Hard Feelings is the type of film that 15 years ago you and I would have sat in your apartment and gotten a good kick out of.
It's like a raunch comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would have gotten a good kick out of it. Not really in either of our wheelhouses anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I barely watched raunch comedies to begin with. They never seemed that funny to me.
Except for the night before.
the
dope
the
dick
night
homie?
Before has got one
amazing
hilarious scene that just the
rest of the film is
talking
so
about foreshadowing. They foreshadow up to that scene so beautifully.
Yeah.
Anyways,
what'd you watch?
Okay, so I think I forgot to mention this, but I did watch the animated Predator: Killer of Killers.
Right.
Last time we talked,
I have only seen.
It's great. It's great.
I have only seen the first Predator film.
Oh.
But it's been so long that I might as well have not seen it.
Yeah, and this is something I think we talked about off the mic,
off the record.
But like, do we get for situations like that? Is there like, do you get a gimme?
Oh yeah, totally. Because
Yeah.
what was the one that you had seen, and I was like, it was like an alien
Aliens?
film. Yeah.
Oh, but that's barely a
But
gimme.
you had seen Prometheus.
Oh, that's right. I
right?
did see Prometheus,
And I was like, well, we can't just skip Prometheus.
right. So we'll do one gimmies for each season.
Because then we could both, because I also haven't seen either of the AVP films.
Yeah. Yeah.
But apparently they're terrible.
They're not. Well, the first one's not bad.
And
it's fun.
And they're not canon.
Like they're
either.
They're like like all of them.
It's like Freddy versus
Predator
Jason.
1, Predator 2 are pretty decent. AVP's is probably the next decent, pretty good, decent one.
Right.
There's one where I think is it Josh? No, it's not Josh.
You're really
Brolin.
getting off the.
Yeah.
Just what'd you watch?
Okay. I watched finished Fubar.
The
Arnold
cop show.
Yeah, season 2 of that. Watching The Rookie, as I talked about.
Yeah.
Which I must have shared last time because I have it on this list. So you have heard of it before because I shared it. Because we're on the second season. We're like halfway through the second season of Rookie. Yeah.
I don't know that you've brought it up before. It's been a month.
It's on this list. So
we've talked.
Unless I didn't.
You were watching 4 seasons the last time we talked.
Oh, well, we finished 4 seasons. And which means we also finished. I don't know if I mentioned if we finished the British creepy film show, the futuristic tech. Oh man.
Oh yeah, you said something about it. I wasn't listening.
What is it? Black Mirror.
Yeah. Oh right. Yes.
We watched all the new season of Black Mirror. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I did dip my toe back into the One Piece for a few episodes.
Oh.
Mostly to see where things lined up with the Netflix and if I could cancel my Crunchyroll subscription.
Yeah.
So,
and did you?
I probably will.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the Crunchyroll has got the English dub, which I like watching because then I can fold clothes and watch at the same time, which is normally what I would do. But with the new story arc that I'm on, which is the more recent one, they don't have that English dub anymore.
Right. So you got to give it your full attention.
Yeah, and they don't even have it on Crunchyroll. So it's like, oh, well, do I keep paying for Crunchyroll when it's on Netflix and Netflix isn't dubbed either? It's the same content, no change at all.
And Crunchyroll is like literally just anime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who the hell would pay for that?
Yeah.
It's so wild.
I've paid for it, and I do pay for it
so
right
wild.
now. I need to cancel it because
it's anime.
Netflix is offering the same thing.
And it's
great.
anime.
I need to show you a great anime. That's what I'm going to do next week. I'm going to show you one of my favorite animes.
Maybe I'll show you an anime next week.
Oh, anime, the Matrix anime. I've seen it.
No. And I'm not going to show you Ponyo or whatever the fish queen kid thing.
Ponyo's great. What else did I watch? I've seen some other stuff. Oh man, it's been so long, and I didn't write it down.
That's okay.
It's not great.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You can just pass.
Can I?
You said a bunch of things.
I watched some kid movies with my kids.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Emily and I watched a movie.
We watched another movie together.
We did.
I was invited to family movie night.
Oh yeah,
for the first time. It was amazing.
What did we watch?
If.
Oh, that's right. We watched If.
It was okay.
Oh, it was fun. Yeah. It was a kind of a little. There was a bit of a fun, twisty.
It was a good kid movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My daughter thought it was great. We did watch another one the next following week. We didn't watch one this past weekend because we were on vacation at the cabin. Anyway, yeah.
Cool.
We watched some stuff. We watched stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
What did I watch this week? I watched some stuff.
Yeah.
What did you watch?
Well, I went to go see Fantastic Four.
Halo. I started watching the Halo
cool.
series because I finished Fubar. Anyway, go ahead.
I went to go see Fantastic Four. On like movies come out on the Friday. Mm-hmm. I saw it the Thursday night. Like I saw first showing.
Like at midnight.
No, it was like 7:00.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've been pushing that back further and further. We went to go see it in the city, and it was a weird experience. I'm not going to tell you my opinion of the film because you have to watch it, and we have to sit down and record an episode about it. But went and watched the movie in a theater I'd never been in before. Went to Scarborough Town Center.
Cool.
And I'm sitting there, and before the movie starts, it's like the Cineplex pre-show stuff, right? It's all the ads and whatever. And I'm sitting there thinking, what a weird friggin' theater, because the walls on either side of the screen are white.
Hmm?
And I'm like, it just feels bright.
Was there a reason for it?
Well, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I can't figure this. Like, why would they? And I'm like, you know what? It'll be fine. Like 10 minutes into the film, I'll have tuned out the brightness of this room and whatever. I'll just be into it. Yeah. And it wasn't like the whole wall was white. It was like the whole wall halfway down was, and then from the floor up, it kind of went up on like a 45-degree angle to a point at the back of the room.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No.
So like
I did not get a picture in my mind of
floor to ceiling at the front of the room, right up against the screen, floor to ceiling, it's white.
Sure.
That continues about halfway back the theater, at which point the white goes all the way along the wall, but all of a sudden, halfway across the room, the white tapers off on a 45-degree up back.
Okay.
And I'm like, this is weird.
It's like an arrow pointing to the back of the room.
Kinda. And I'm like, this is really weird. Like, I don't understand why you would do this. It's not necessarily going to be experience breaking, but it's just like, I've never seen this before, and it's standing out to me. The movie starts, and they do the Marvel logo thing. Now, it's not the normal Marvel logo. I'll tell you this, it's not really a spoiler. It's not the standard like comic page shuttering thing.
They change it up
It's
quite a bit.
It's like
then.
a 1960s feeling. Like it just says Marvel in a very old school Marvel thing with some cool like white lines that like move across the screen, whatever.
Okay.
But then all of a sudden these white lines depart the screen and are going across the wall. And I'm like, oh shit. The white stuff on either side is peripheral screen. And I look up, and sure enough, there's two projectors on either side pointing the different angles, and it's all projection mapped.
Oh, so it's like surround visual.
Kind of. So not every
almost
scene...
IMAX-y.
Yeah, not every scene had that. Again, kind of like IMAX. Not every scene was full aspect ratio, whatever. But if it was like a big action scene and there's going to be fire and explosions and whatever, then and on either side, like you couldn't really look at it because the color was a slightly different color than the color of the screen. So and it wasn't like as high res of a projection either. So you weren't meant to ever like look up at the action that was happening there.
It was more just to immerse you a little
be
more.
in your peripherals and have those light flashings and
Right.
and what it was pretty cool. It was a really cool experience.
Some mood, more like mood lighting.
Kind of, except it was extended. And it was cool because I was like, well, we're in the cockpit and Mr. Fantastic's there and the Invisible Woman's right next to him and they're flying through space. Up here in my right on the peripherals and this like kind of blurry projection thing is the Thing. And I'm like, so it is cool that I am, although I'm not meant to look at it, that is footage that isn't
That they
going
shot
that
somehow.
that other
Yeah.
people aren't going to see if they go and watch a standard viewing. When it's out on Disney Plus, that won't be there.
Yeah.
The Thing won't be a part of this shot. Yeah, so that was cool. So watch that. I watched Crazy Stupid Love. Great film. You've seen Crazy Stupid Love.
Have I?
Kevin Bacon, Steve Carell,
Probably, maybe.
Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone, Julianne Moore.
Yes.
Yes. So I watched Crazy Stupid Love. I watched another...
Yeah. Ryan Gosling's like a coach, mentor to how to pick up people. Ends up picking up his coach's daughter.
Was on a movie kick, or a Steve Carell kick. Watched Date Night with him and Tina Fey.
Nice.
So good.
Yeah, it's a good film.
Watched the Disney animated Hercules.
Oh, yeah.
Because Brianna had never seen it.
Oh.
And I was like, what? You never seen? Well, we got in this discussion about like, who would you get, like, or what would be the next live action Disney remake that you would want to see, right? Because we were talking about how apparently Snow White is so god awful. And she's like, is there any that you would want to see that they haven't done? And I said, well, Hercules would be kind of cool. I said, there are live action Hercules films, but there isn't a live action, like a Disney remaking, Hades with the flaming hair kind of thing. And while watching it, I cast who I would have play Hercules. And it's an unrealistic casting because it's like so-and-so, but from the 90s. So it's not, you can't really...
So you can't do it.
Yeah. But get your head in that Disney animated Hercules space, right?
Yeah.
Herc is big, he's buff, he's a little aloof. He's not the brightest, kind of 1990s Brendan Fraser.
Okay.
Right? I'm like, and as soon as I saw it, I couldn't unsee it.
Yeah.
Well, George of the Jungle,
Yeah.
Like
George
the
of the
Mummy
Jungle,
films. Yeah. So anyways, I was, that was stuck in my head.
They need to stop remaking good animated films and start remaking the bad ones.
Even no one would go see that. No one would be like, it was a crappy. Why do I want to see a remake of a terrible film?
Because you could change the crap out of it and make it good.
Yeah, but tickets still wouldn't sell. We finished Rebels.
Oh yeah, yeah. You had. I think you'd finished it when you came over for steak.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
We are
good.
now halfway through season 2 of Andor.
Oh yeah, gonna jump right into Rogue One.
Yeah, it's
You really have to. Like, I think I mentioned
that
it.
it leads right into it.
No, I think I mentioned it because I had been watching it, and as soon as I finished it, I was like, I have time, and it's like is literally what happens next.
Yeah.
Which I heard they're gonna do. Somebody was saying they're going to make another season or something.
No, it's done.
And that's what I think.
How could you?
And I hope it will be about like that last heist, how they get that information and how he gets hurt to the point he can't climb
with all the boffins.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
All the boffins dying. Hot take. With the exception of the last episode that we watched, which I think was maybe like episode 7 or something.
Okay, so you're right near the end.
No, there's 12. We're literally just past halfway.
Okay.
Not near as good as season 1. Not near as exciting or fun or
the time jumps slow it down.
They slow it down, and it's just like there's all this like Gorman, the mining of Gorman, and you're just like, yeah, but in the last one we had like the heist on the bunker, which led right into him being stuck in jail with Andy Serkis, and that was all so good.
Yeah, so I would say the first one went from like it had a bunch of kind of peaks, and it peaked really like and like the heist. We had a build to the heist, and we were kind of like at our peak.
Yeah,
and there was a little drop, and then we kind of went back up higher than the last peak, and it kind of did kind of that stock market up down a little bit, but never dropped too low each time.
Yeah,
I think that would be an apt description of how the mood of the first one went.
Yeah,
I think the second season, well,
I feel like it's going to end strong.
You're halfway through it. It doesn't like take off like the first season did.
No.
It's like a more kind of traditional kind of slow burn. It's building. Building. Yeah.
Yeah.
When it reaches
I feel
its
like
peak,
it's going to end strong.
And we get the conclusions to a lot of these storylines and these loose ends. It's good.
We literally, the last thing we saw,
I would say it's as good.
The last thing we saw is that Cassian has collected a busted and needing repair, what I can only assume is going to become K2SO.
Okay, so the crap has already hit the fan at the
yeah. And kind of leaves you on a cliffhanger there.
Yeah.
Like, so watch that. I watched Da Vinci Code.
Okay, started watching that again.
And Angels and Demons. Angels
Isn't
and
there a
Demons
third
is so
one?
good. Inferno is the
Right.
third one.
Yeah.
Meh.
You can do without it.
And what's great about those films is that they're very, like, even though it's the same character, they all kind of take place in a vacuum. Like in Angels and Demons, there's like one or two throwaway lines that kind of, he says like, oh, I wasn't under the impression that my recent debacle with the church put me in the Vatican's good books, right? Like just it sort of nods to, yes, the Da Vinci Code happened, but it's really not one story doesn't lead into the next. So they're not really connected. So
yeah, you can watch some piecemeal.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think it's
been a while.
It's it enough, I guess.
Yeah.
For it's more things than I normally get to say.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. I was going to say watching. That's how long it's been.
Audio only format.
Well, I've been thinking about getting my...
I've been waving this whole time and nobody's waving back to me.
I've been thinking about... I've been very loosely toying with the idea of restarting my gaming YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. And I would end those videos with, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Mm-hmm. Please do all three. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Make sure you check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All listed down below. We have a Patreon page where you can support the show, keep the lights on. It's a free show, man. You just listen to us talk about hookers and blow and chiclets and ecto coolers and what's the thing you said? Norbits?
Orbits. You ever have? Did you ever
the
have
drink?
those? Yeah, the drink with the little balls in them that tasted weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jolt Cola.
Everybody thought they were amazing.
Man, Jolt. What I wouldn't give for a Jolt.
You can stick your finger in that socket over there.
That'd give me a Jolt. And merch.
Discord.
Christmas is coming sooner than you think.
Yeah. Get your stuff now. Beat the rush.
Yeah, beat the rush. Give people.
Yeah, we might sell out.
Yeah.
You don't want to be without that merch.
Give people you love the gift that will give twice. Because you'll give them a t-shirt or a hoodie that will say the Movie Men Podcast on it, to which they'll open it up, look at it, and go,
"What the heck?
What the hell is the Movie Men Podcast?" At which point they'll look us up, and that's the second gift. That's them going like, "Oh,
they gave me, how many episodes are we at now?
477.
They gave me 477 gifts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, by the time Christmas
500. 500 gifts.
It's time for for you, Pete, and I to sit down and really put our heads together about 500. Because for like 400, 300, it's like, yeah, okay, let's do something. We'll do something big. We'll all get together. But 500, you get to do something. Something big. We'll just skip it. We'll go from $4.99 to $5.01. What a piss off that would be.
That would be funny.
Sorry, we recorded it, but that can never see the light of day.